What kind of god plays with death like it's a game, and wins by losing? The court was silent. Too silent. Not the peace of stillness, but the weight of waiting. The ball rested in the dust like a severed head, warm from the sun, slick with something more than sweat. And standing there, under a sky smeared with ash, was a boy with the face of fate and the heart of a storm. Hunahpu. He wasn't shaking. Not anymore. The lords of Xbalanque smiled. Not with joy. With hunger. This was no sport for them. This was blood. This was memory. This was vengeance. They had killed his father. They had tricked him into their underworld, laughed while he died screaming. Buried his skull in the branches of a haunted tree. But that wasn't the end. Not for the line of blood that ran hotter than fire and older than time. Because skulls don't sleep. Not all of them. Some whisper. And that skull whispered into the ear of a girl. The daughter of death. Blood Maiden. She listened. And then she conceived. Not from touch. From truth. From the seed of a voice. She gave birth to twins. 2 boys. Born into a world that had already chosen their path. But only Hunahpu remembers everything. His brother laughs more. Tricks more. Smiles more. But Hunahpu? He carries the ache. The questions. The rage. The gods didn't send him. They made him. Forged him in the furnace of loss. Tempered him with sorrow. Sharpened him with silence. So now he stands in the ball court of the dead. And the ground remembers the blood it drank before. And the wind carries the breath of his father, still echoing. The lords grin wider. They think it will be the same. It never is. Because Hunahpu lets them win. Let that sink in. He lets them win. They think the ball game is everything. The stakes. The ending. But it's just the first act. He dies. Head taken. Life ended. But death is not the end for those who understand how to bend it. Because even without a body, his spirit rages on. His skull, like his father's, still watches. Still plans. Still waits. And the lords grow arrogant. They always do. They forget that vengeance is patient. They forget that fire still burns even when it's buried. Until one night, while the stars tremble and the trees shiver, Hunahpu returns. Not in flesh. Not in form. In will. In power. In truth. And with his brother at his side, he begins the real game. They outwit the traps. Mock the monsters. Turn the trials inside out. Laugh in the faces of nightmares. Because now they control the rules. And when the lords try to kill them again, they come back stronger. They become animals. Fish. Jaguars. Bats. Smoke. They become everything the lords cannot crush. They turn the court into a stage, and the game into a ritual. And the audience, death itself, has no choice but to watch. Until finally, when the moment is sharpest, when the tension snaps like a string drawn too tight, they end it. Not with a blade. Not with blood. With understanding. They give the lords what they want, only to show them they never had control. Hunahpu laughs last. But it's not joy. It's release. A sound pulled from a place so raw, so old, it makes even the bones of the underworld ache. And then they rise. Up from Xbalanque. Through roots and rivers. Through memory and myth. They rise. And become the sun and the moon. Light and reflection. Brother and brother. But only one of them burns. Only Hunahpu carries the pain of knowing. Knowing what was taken. Knowing what he gave. Knowing what he became. He shines not with warmth, but with memory. With every scream that never got answered. With every tear that dried into silence. with every game played on cursed courts where the ball was a heart and the prize was survival. The Mayans called him God. But he never stopped being a boy in a broken world, standing in the ruins of his father's story, daring the darkness to come for him. And still, every morning, when the shadows think they've won, there he is again. Rising. Not because he has to. Because he refuses not to.